This episode is brought to you by Prime. What if you had one more chance with the one that got away?
Sam.
You came home.
Based on the best-selling novel from Carly Fortune. Every Year After follows childhood friends Sam and Percy as they reunite in the dreamy, nostalgic lakeside town of Barry's Bay.
Love can be hard to find. So if you're lucky enough to find that person, never let go.
A second chance at first love. Every Year After. Streaming June 10th, only on Prime.
Study and play come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get the best of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
Get business done with the new American Express Graphite Business Cash Unlimited card. With unlimited 2% cash back on all eligible purchases, unlimited 5% cash back on flights and prepaid hotels booked through American Express Travel Online, and a flexible spending capacity that can grow with your business, you'll have the confidence to keep building. Apply today and earn a welcome offer of $1,500 cash back after you spend $50,000 in qualifying purchases on your new card within the first 6 months of card membership. Terms apply. Learn more at go.amex/graphite.
Mornings have a rhythm. You can hear it, feel it. And at Quaker, we fuel it. With 100% whole grain oats and a good source of fiber in every bowl, helping you turn that rhythm into your soundtrack for a great day. Fuel to start whatever's next. Quaker, official sponsor of FIFA World Cup 26.
Let's go! Let's go!
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of The Reality Is. As always, it's Noor, and I'm back with a Housewives episode with my dear friend, my Jersey girl, my 2000s girl, Van from Best Week Ever podcast. Hi, Van.
Hi, Noor. Yes, New Jersey. I just realized that I graduated this year back in 2006, 20 years ago exactly.
Wow. Okay.
In Jersey.
Right. Yeah, I'm on 23. Next year is going to be 20 years since I graduated college, which makes me feel sick to my stomach. It makes me want to die. I hate it so much. I'm like, no, that's sick. That's sick. I sound like Bethany Frankel. That's sick. That's gross. That's disgusting. Listen, we were talking about a whole bunch of stuff off mic, but I feel like some of it is a little pertinent because I feel like between Atlanta and Rhode Island, I feel like this Sunday's 2 back-to-back episodes I loved so much because it felt to me like the reason why I started watching Housewives, which was like these are interpersonal relationships between groups of girlfriends.
Groups of girlfriends and family members too. If you look at RHORI. Rhode Island right now. They're a bunch of cousins.
Oh, yeah. RHORI. I was like, Rula? Oh, RHORI. Right. Yeah. It's too much. I can't say it. It's too much for my little ESL mouth can't handle it. It's like,
oh, my mom would see that and she would say RHORI, like.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, it's about family. It's about people that you've known for 20 years. It's about these like relationships that you like think you have to hold on to, but actually I think that we have to realize that as we age, people don't age and have like pick up the same life lessons or navigate the world the same way, you know? And now like for Rhode Island, you're seeing like what happens in this groups of friends when you put a camera on top. And suddenly what you used to think is, I don't want to be perceived by this group of friends because of how this person is speaking to me. It's now like, I don't want to be perceived by the entire world because of how this person is speaking to me, you know? And I think like similarly, you see that with like Shamia and Portia. It's like Shamia had a birthday party and she invited Phaedra and she didn't invite Portia. Like, that's so weird.
She invited Dennis.
She invited Dennis. That's so odd.
Like, who is a gossiper? The fact, like, yeah.
It's very strange. Let's actually get into Atlanta first because I did have fun watching Atlanta. It was like a lot of different little things happening. But on Atlanta this week, we had several little gatherings. We had Cynthia's Cozy Girls Night. Ugh, so good. We had Shamia threw her husband a birthday party. Pinky held auditions. Phaedra and K. Michelle went fishing. And Drew sang the national anthem at a charity fundraiser event. And the episode I thought was gearing up to be a Portia versus Shamia beef. But I loved this hilarious turn of events where at the end of the episode, it's actually Drew. Actually, it's not Drew. It's K. Michelle and Shamia beefing with Drew. Drew, for unknown reasons, Drew is like, I'm just here. I don't know why you guys keep fighting with me. And I know, like, she said, like, a couple of episodes ago, K. Michelle, that Drew has face, which she does.
Perfect. It is. I can't unsee it now. Like, every scene we see of Drew just going like,
Even her showing up to the audition. Pinky's like, okay, so you're going to audition? She's like, girl, I'm not going to audition. I'm just here to help you. Like, what did you think you were being invited to the audition for? For like your like expertise? Like,
no, I really do think that she thought that she was invited to be up on that panel and help Pinky pick out the actress for her. There had to be some miscommunication with her team, not telling her what she was really there for.
Well, that team is a disaster because her assistant is also her driver, is also her hairdresser. Like, I totally get why that was such a disaster because, yeah, like, Drew, I will say, she does have face, but like in the beef here, it's so stupid because I still don't understand the beef that K. Michelle has with Drew. And it's so unfounded. And the funniest thing about it that I still can't get over is that she was like, and the last thing that Drew was going to say about me is that I have long toes.
I have long toes too. So for K. Michelle to say that, I was like, relatable. But also, she's been outing herself so much this season because I did not need to know half of the things that she already told us. Like, the smell part, I was like, I did not need to know that, Kay. Like, I love you already, but she's not beating the allegations of her having some sort of thing with Black because Drew, she gets so annoyed with Drew, and I can only think it's got to be because of that dude.
It does, and it doesn't make any sense because, like, even that dude doesn't care. Even that dude is like, I don't care, it's fine. He's like, yeah, I DM hot girls on Instagram all the time because Drew, you don't want me to be your boyfriend. Like, she's like, yeah, and I will not ever want that. That's fine by me. I don't care.
No, I feel for Drew because I know a lot of viewers are not loving her. She is kind of traumatized with the Love and Hip Hop crew. I think she really needs to have some sort of like Bravo therapist on board at all times to let her know, like, no, we're not here to get you. We just genuinely want to know who you are as a person. And it makes me, I don't know, I'm side-eyeing a bit K. Michelle because the fact that she loves Phaedra because she has an in with white women.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just like, okay, so what part of the audience are you trying to entertain then?
Yeah, and also like it feels confusing to me that she would be like so buddy with Phaedra when in the history of Atlanta, Phaedra has brought the worst allegations against people. like in the history of all of the things, all of the mud that has been slung, all of the things like talking about like Marlo and an old man and all of these things. Like the worst thing that has ever been said is the shit that Phaedra brought on camera through Portia about Candy. And so it's so weird to me that in that situation, she's like, no, the most diabolical one is Drew.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. You know those friends who support your preference for podcasts over music on road trips? That's the energy State Farm brings to insurance. With over 19,000 local agents, they help you find the coverage that fits your needs. So you can spend less time worrying about insurance and more time enjoying the ride. Download the State Farm app or go online at statefarm.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
This episode is brought to you by Starbucks.
That is fire. Whoa, that's good.
This might be the drink of the summer.
Okay, I like this one too. I'm rocking with it, okay.
Try it for yourself. Starbucks Refreshers Concentrates are coming home. Find them in the coffee aisle and make it yours.
Marvel Television's Wonder Man, an 8-episode series, now streaming on Disney+.
A superhero remake, not exactly what we'd expect from an Oscar-winning director.
Action! Simon Williams, audition for Wonder Man.
I'm gonna need you to sign this, assuming you don't have superpowers.
I'll never work again if anyone found out.
My lips are sealed.
Marvel Television's Wonder Man. All 8 episodes now streaming, only on Disney+.
This episode is brought to you by Perfect Bistro Cat Food. Hey guys, today I'm interviewing my cat about his Perfect Bistro food. Percy, you seem to be a big Perfect Bistro fan. Care to comment? Totally. What do you like about it? You love the high-quality ingredients? And the delicious flavors, of course. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. Listen to Percy, guys. Visit perfectbistro.com to try it for your cat.
She's like the least of your worries. I'm sorry. Drew is just there to sing her high notes with her whiny voice and say, huh, all the time.
Huh? What? Me? Not me. I love it. I love it so much. I love everything that Drew does because the first season, like I think that my favorite thing about Drew is that she did spend 2 seasons, maybe even 3, trying to convince us that she and Ralph were like a very happy couple. And now that she's like, no, he's an idiot who lives in my fucking basement. She's just like, no, I'm going to be delusional about other things. And I'm going to try to convince you that. She was like, I'm in a movie with John Travolta. Okay, that's not really... Like, I love that Drew's like so unabashedly delusional. Like, I love that about her because Drew is, you know, Donnie always talks about like pathetics. Like, I would say that Drew is a pathetic, but in like she's like the least pathetic of the pathetics, you know? And
she's
I
an
love
unbothered pathetic. Like, she just gives very unbothered because she knows that she, at the end of the day, is going to be picked on the most. She is an easy target for the ladies.
She is a little bit like Stacey from Potomac, right?
Yeah.
Because she's also like an unbothered pathetic. Like, yeah, I know that I lied on camera for several seasons. I don't care. We're moving on. We're moving on to new lies that I'm telling. Can you just focus on the new lies, please? I love it.
I'm enjoying it.
Would you have loved to have been at Cynthia's Cozy Girls Night?
Yes, I was so jealous that Phaedra went in with, like, I would have worn what Phaedra wore, like just like some tights, get some popcorn. Even Drew looked really happy to be in that circle. And good for Portia for dipping out when she knew the conversation was going to go left, because I feel like she has so much opportunity and so much backup to actually go in for Shamia, but I think she respects her family enough for her to not go there.
Yeah, and I think that there's a lot of ways that like Portia can be villainous on the show. Like Portia we've seen it for years and years. I mean, she did steal that girl's husband. Like, she did do that, okay? But in this situation with Shamia, when it comes specifically to Shamia, I think Portia is very, very, very careful. I think Portia is extremely careful. And I think Portia's one ask from Shamia has in the show, especially from Shamia, is, hey, Shamia, you're friends with a bunch of people that like have been talking shit about me. And I would just like some loyalty and I would like you to have my back. Like, Shamia became buddy, continued to be buddy with little girl. What's her name?
Kelly.
Little girl with Kelly. And Kelly came on the show to like starting beef with Portia. That is what she did. And Shamia has continued to be friends with Kelly. And now they're besties and they're constantly twerking on each other. And apparently Shamia is the one that found Kelly her stupid boyfriend that we're not allowed to talk about, who apparently we forgot. Like at the birthday party, at Gerald's birthday party, Kelly is hammered. She's drunk out of her mind. She's crying and talking about how Gerald or Harold or whatever his name is and Shamia are like couple goals, and she wishes she could be them, and she wishes she could. I was like, this is crazy work. And then she's like, who's having sex? I'm not having sex. I want to have sex. I was like, don't you have a boyfriend? Where's your boyfriend? If you know him and Gerald knows him, like, why isn't he here? Where's this man?
Hot take.
Yeah.
I don't think he exists. It's giving very Kenya, where it's like he's on the phone. She's giving like a paid actor to say some nice words. The flowers was a lot. Who's to say that maybe Shamia didn't put the bill for the teeth? I don't know. It's just giving paid so she doesn't have to talk about what she has talked about what she's actually going through, not being filmed with the kids and her ex-husband like taking over her life. But like, I feel like the Jarvis story is a narrative that does not exist and is just there so it can make her look a little bit better this season. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Because I know you said the same thing kind of.
Yeah, I think Jarvis is made up. I don't think Jarvis is real. I think Jarvis is fake, especially that it wasn't just the teeth and the flowers. It was the bedazzled chain with the daughter's pictures that came with the flowers at the dentist's office last week that I said, no. Nope. Nope, this isn't real. And then Shamia being like, that's a good man. That's a really, really good man. I'm so glad that you have. And she's like, thank you, Shamia. Thank you for finding me this amazing man. And I'm like, this man is not real, okay? I'm that lady at the front of the plane saying, that motherfucker is not real, okay? Because I don't believe it. Also, if Jarvis is real, why did you bring that random guy who apparently everybody's gone on dates on the first dinner of the season, where at like Portia's house or whatever? Like, he only came up after more and more people were like, you fucked a pastor. Like, she fucked a pastor, and suddenly she was like, I have a boyfriend, actually. His name is Jarvis, or whatever you want to call him. He's very rich, and he's definitely not Shamia.
You're so right, because I completely forgot about the pastor. Like, that just went over our heads because the next episode was her talking about some man that doesn't exist. And it's giving very much like Shamia and her both concluded this whole thing together.
Yeah, like they sat together in the pool house that they were like relegated to in Dallas, and we're like, don't worry, I'll figure it out. Let me put in this flowers.com order of a bedazzled chain with your daughter's pictures. Like, it was so stupid. It was so dumb. And they're both just like so corny and so miserable together. It's just ridiculous. But I will say, like, even though I was like cracking up, K. Michelle says in like the confessional, oh, I don't know what's going on. All these people are fucking each other. Like, is Kelly having, basically implying that Kelly is also sleeping with Gerald and Shamia. And I was like, K. Michelle, those are some big stones you're throwing from your glass house of long toes and sticky vagina and texting with Black. Okay. Also, let's talk about the long toes for a second. You said that you also have long toes. What are we talking about? Grippers? Are we talking about grippers?
I mean, I don't want to give my toes away, but they can pick up a controller if they need to.
Okay, but I also have like my husband always says that I have a meat to nail ratio that's really off. He's like, you have so much meat to nail. Like I have tiny little nail beds. He says I have feet like a baby, but I can also pick stuff up from my toes. Are we sleeping on OnlyFans content?
I think we are. I think about it sometimes because I'm like, I've never seen anybody have my type of toes. And when K. Michelle said long toes, and I was like, hello, I'm part of that committee.
What did Cynthia call it? The community?
The community.
The community.
Cynthia is serving so much body for me in her confessional. The skin, just like... I loved how she gave Shamia a little bit back in her birthday party, which, by the way, I don't think she wanted Cynthia there, and that's why she gave her the last invite.
Yes,
the night before.
Yeah, for sure. I think she was like, oh, I can't just invite. Who did she invite? Like Phaedra, Kelly,
Dennis.
I can't forget. Dennis, number one, most importantly. I know for a fact she didn't invite Portia because Gerald probably hates Portia.
Yeah.
Because Gerald and what's his face?
Simon.
What was his name? Simon were buddies.
Mm-hmm. They're best friends. So I wonder, I'm surprised that Gerald is out and proud saying he's friends with Simon. Because like, if I ever worked with him, I'd be like, no, I don't know that guy. In the words of Mariah Carey, I don't know her.
I don't know her. And I mean, we know so much about Simon that I wish that I didn't know. I love the fact that a couple of months ago, there's like a page 6 article being like, Simon, whatever, Portia's ex-husband's erectile dysfunction lawsuit put to rest. And I was like, what world are we living in?
No, I think that was him outing himself. Because page 6... You get paid when you give him a story.
And he needs the coin. He needs it. Is he still in the country?
You know, last I heard, he was deported, and I think he is back in Africa, but he's probably in Canada. I know he's hanging out with, like, Joey Giudice, like, you know, the ex-con laws of Housewives.
Yeah. Okay. We don't know where he is, but he did get deported in February 2025. And he, you know, we hate ICE. Fuck ICE. He did get obtained by ICE, but that is a man that I'm okay with going because you are a criminal, sir. Was it Joe Giudice? I saw something recently that Joe Giudice posted. I think maybe he was like pro Spencer Pratt for like, you know, mayor of Los Angeles.
All the way from Italy, he's representing Spencer Pratt. You know, I'm so glad that these people that vouched for Spencer Pratt are now showing their faces because I've had my neck on Catherine McPhee and that Foster dude for so long, especially for trying to be into the LGBTQ plus IA community. And you're telling me that you are voting for Republicans?
Yep.
Like, no. Get the fuck out.
I mean, Heather Dubrow apparently recently on a podcast. And guys, make sure you go and subscribe to Best Week Ever Pod because I will be going deep into this week about my winners and losers of this week. But Heather Dubrow had been like, oh yeah, like I can see like the whatever. I could see like why people would support Spencer Pratt or whatever. And people were like, he's MAGA. And she was like, he's MAGA? I didn't know. And then she talked about it on a podcast and was like, you know, more than like my not knowing, like she said she basically turned herself into a victim, being like, what's worse than people voting for Spencer Pratt is all the people that are hating you for voting for Spencer Pratt. And I was like, no, I don't think that that's true. I don't think that that's worse.
No, we are correcting you, Heather. Like you are incorrect and you're just being butthurt at the fact that you got called out. And Heather just, that's another franchise. She just pisses me off.
Oh God, I don't know if I'm going to watch it.
No, especially that they went to Japan and did Katie like that. No, I'm not watching either.
They went to Japan and they cosplayed as like Harajuku girls. I was like, what in the Gwen Stefani is good? You know what? That shit is bananas. BANANAS. Because what the fuck? What the fuck? You ousted your one Asian castmate and then we're like, we're going to go to Japan and dress in anime?
I wonder if production is not going to air that, but we have the screenshots, people, for us to be reminded that they went to Japan and do that because that is outrageous. And, you know, Katie came on so many podcasts feeling how she felt about it. And I feel like a lot of people are getting friction of just seeing freaking Vicky and Harajuku like all glammed out. I don't know. I can't wait to see how Bravo moves. But at the same time, I don't know. At this point, Bravo sometimes makes me feel like they're rage baiting me a little bit.
They are. Whenever they flash back to something about Kenya on Atlanta, they don't show her face. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, it gets me annoyed. Bring my twirl back, okay?
Yeah.
I'm always saying twirl.
Yeah, justice
Team
for twirl. Team twirl all the time. Okay. But was Brit Edie on this episode, or is she going to be on next week? I think she's going to be on next week. Like
Brit
briefly.
Edie? No.
Yeah, at a
That's
party.
a jump scare.
Yeah, at a party, and she and Kelly don't talk anymore, obviously, and you know, so I feel like there's going to be some beef that shows. But I was like, Brit Edie, that's a lot of nerve. You showed up on camera. We canceled Miami because of that douche that's suing Bravo. What do you mean you're going to show up on camera? That's so bold. What did you think about K. Michelle getting up from the middle of her meal with Drew and just leaving, and not even in her own car, in Shamia's car?
I'm glad that she was laughing about it in the car because, like I said, I love you, K. Michelle, but these antics can only go so far.
Yeah.
If it's happening every episode where you can't face Drew, but you're okay to be a confessional warrior and say how you feel in the confessionals, but you can't say it to her face, then I'm going to have an issue being a housewife, you know?
Yeah.
It was funny. I had a laugh, you know, like I did not laugh when her and Shamia were singing though, because I'm so over Shamia doing too much. Yeah.
I'm so over Shamia. I don't like her at all. I think that it's such a shame because when she joined, I was like, oh, she has on paper all of the things to make a good housewife, but she's just such a dweeb.
Yeah.
You know, there's no better word to describe Shamia than like, you're a dweeb.
And it's making Drew look good. You know what I mean? For Drew to sit there. I felt bad for her. And I know how this works in the Housewives. When you out someone, we're going to go for the one who's outed all the time. A la Danielle Staub.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's how that works. You know, everything is Love Island coded to me these days.
Yes.
Who do you think on the cast of Atlanta would make great moves on Love Island? USA.
This episode is brought to you by Viore. For Father's Day, give him something built for wherever the day takes him. Viore's performance joggers, breathable polos, and travel-ready layers are made to move. From workouts to downtime, on the clock or off, these are the everyday staples he'll wear on repeat. Get 20% off your first order at Viore.com/Father's Day. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
If you've ever blasted synth beats from your boombox or burned CDs for your besties, this one's for you. As people get older, much like their music tastes, their health needs change. AG1 is the simple daily health drink designed to deliver over 75 essential daily nutrients and pre- and probiotics to support energy, digestion, and mood, so you can make the most out of every decade and dance break. Learn more at drinkag1.com.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Obviously Portia, because she goes both ways, and I love that for her. And I feel like Love Island has a little bit of that. I went wild last night when Melanie and Trinity went at it. Because I was like, give me more of that. I need more girl action.
Yeah. More like Love Island. Okay. I need more of that. More bisexuality on my television. Thank you.
But definitely Portia, because that body, I would watch that body go in and out of the pool so many times.
Yeah. And Drew would move like a Melanie Huda hybrid. She would be so chaotic. It would be
You don't think
so
she would be
good.
like Kenzie? I feel like Drew would be so Kenzie with the facial
She would
reactions.
also be Kenzie because Kenzie also has haunt face, but it's in a different way. Somebody said that she has what's the purple guy from McDonald's?
Not
The
Grimace.
purple guy from Grimace. Somebody said she has grimace mouth all the time. If you Google right now, look up Grimace cartoon and look at his mouth, and you're gonna say, "Oh,
just like-
wow, yeah, yes, it's Grimace face."
Oh my god. Yeah, no, she does do that. Like with
She
the
has
teeth, she's
Grimace
like
mouth all the time. Anyway, this is not a Love Island episode, but Love Island is all I think about. I love that show so much. It's the best.
you gotta watch
Yesterday-
UK. UK
I know,
is really
I know.
hitting a spot for me right now.
I know. I heard the men on UK are especially heinously ugly. And like something about that makes me really excited to watch them because like there is something really funny. Wait, the clip that's going around right now of Love Island UK where the girl is like was like Essex is a country. Is that from this season or is it from like a previous season?
That is from previous seasons back because I've never seen that season. I just started watching UK like 2 seasons ago when season 6 of USA first aired. That's when I started watching like all the Love Islands. Love Island France is very passionate. I highly recommend that. And if you're looking for like some bi-curious, I highly recommend Love Island Australia.
Oh, interesting. There are clips right now going around of Love Island Malta. And like, there's that curly haired, like emotionally intelligent man who's like talking to some girl who's just like zoning out. They're both gorgeous. They have gorgeous accents. The man's curls are like the most stunning curls I've ever seen. And he's like so emotionally intelligent. He's like, I just want to talk to you and I want to know what you're thinking. And she's like, just got her sunglasses on. She's like, we done here. I was like, what's in the waters of Malta? Because this is great.
I saw that clip and just the passion that he was giving. I was like, I need more men to give this, where he was vulnerable enough to like show his true emotions to this girl who did not give one fuck.
Yeah, because I've never seen, the thing on Love Island is I've never really seen anybody have a true conversation with each other because they just talk in like brain rot. Like they're days away from skibbity toileting at us. You know what I mean? Like they're so stupid. They're like, yeah, you know, like it's like West Wilson type talking. And it's so
it's the generational gap. I think it's Gen Z. Gen Z is very aware of how they move. They get very cringe at the idea of being authentic or genuine. And I really do feel like we're watching that in Love Island.
Oh, you're right. That's true. And those are some elder Gen Z. And you have a 29-year-old and a 22-year-old on Love Island, which is so funny. People like, okay, guys, we are going to get to Rhode Island just briefly. You watched last night's episode, obviously.
Yeah.
And you watched Sunday's episode, right? So this week on Love Island, guys, I will do a Love Island episode separately, okay? I'm sorry. I just have to talk to Van about it because I talk to people who watch Love Island about Love Island all the time. So, when they like, obviously Bryce got dumped from the island, right? Or not Bryce, sorry. Sean got dumped from the island. And people are like, oh my God, why would Trinity not want to be with Sean? And I was like, he has a kid and he's 29. Why would any 22-year-old who like within the last, and a cop, why would anybody who's like 4 years ago, who 4 years ago probably gave head in the back of her mom's car, why would she ever want to be with a guy with a child? Absolutely not.
And when you do the math, she was in high school when you had that child.
Wow. Okay, that changes everything. You know what I mean? Like that, absolutely. And in my power rankings of Love Island right now, it's Trinity on top. She's my favorite person to watch on the show. She's so good.
I'm loving Kata because a New Hampshire girly. I was there from day one when that video came out. I was like, I want to hear what she said to her for her to go all hands on you because I know New Hampshire.
Yeah, it's white.
Can be, yes. It's
exactly.
So white.
Yeah. Well, speaking of New England, that's a good segue to talk about RHORI. Real Housewives of Rhode Island. This week on Rhode Island, RHOA threw an Arabian Nights party. that Joellen was excluded from. And then Rosie and Kelsey sort of made amends, but we really set the stage for a Liz versus Joellen finale. I think next week is the finale. I'm assuming it's next week or the week after is the finale of Rhode Island. This Arabian Nights party was so weird to me.
And empty.
That was the part of it that was so weird. It was very empty. It was like 6 people. That part of it felt really strange because, like, I was thinking about like the Liz's party for Gary in the beginning of the season. It looked like there were quite a few people. It looked like there were different groups or whatever. Every time the camera cut to like a group of people talking, I was like, "There's nobody behind them. Is this everybody that's there?"
No, truly, it reminded me of Jersey Shore. So I remember being down the shore when they were filming Snooki, JWoww. It was Tuesday night. And they all huddled in a corner and had the camera look like it was bumping in the club. When actuality, I was in the bar with my 2 friends laughing at them because I couldn't believe that they were trying to make it look like it was a Tuesday night rager. And every time the camera would like just do a quick pass over, you'd see a bunch of people in a corner all together and then like space. Like, it was sad, baby girl.
Yeah, and Rula's party was a little sad. It really was. I mean, I felt happy for her. She was like really into showing her culture, but like here's the thing, guys. Now, I can't sit here and say like how Rula, a half Lebanese and half Syrian woman, wants to show her culture is completely up to her. But the reality is that Arabs are not having this party. Arabs don't throw parties like this, okay? Arabs don't throw parties where they themselves dress like belly
Arabian
dancers.
Nights. Yeah.
Like Arabian Nights. And then him being like, I'll dress like Aladdin. Okay, Brian Wish. Okay? Brian Wish, Aladdin, get the hell out of here. How dare you, sir? And then he was like, everybody on the internet was like, did he say that they're going to throw a hookup party? And I was like, no, it's a hookup party. It's not the thing. And by the way, I didn't see any hookahs. I didn't see a single shisha, not a nargila, nothing. I didn't see any of it. Where was it?
No,
I saw kebabs.
Nothing.
I saw kebabs and wings.
When we talk about authenticity, Rula is up there because she won't even talk about her first marriage.
That's right.
And I want to know more about that. Like, I want to know the man. I want to know what he looked like, why they left. Was it because she was into Brian? Like, I really want to know her background story. And she won't give us that.
She will not give it to us. She is really dedicated to hiding as much as possible. Like that one episode where like Alicia and Billy came over for dinner. Rula's husband was like, oh, we never use this dining room. And I wanted to be like, your wife filmed an entire scene with her sisters in this dining room like 2 episodes ago. You have no idea what's going on in this house. It's just, I don't know. It's just so inauthentic with Rula, but it does crack me up that she comes on camera and talks like this and thinks that she's being so authentic.
That's why it's driving me crazy because she thinks that she's tricking us. And it's like, girl, we've been watching this franchise for over 20 years now. We know when it's fake. We know when you're putting on a show. And this is exactly what you're doing. And don't be mad at us for calling it out.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to say Rula's pathetic. Because she's so delusional. She's doing what Drew did for like 2 or 3 seasons on Atlanta, being like, no, I have a perfectly happy marriage. Look at Ralph. He's amazing. And then it's like, next thing you know, Rula, Brian's going to be in the fucking basement. Okay? Get out of here. They told Rula at this party. So, wait, actually, before we talk about Rula, speaking of backgrounds, did you see the thing in the after show where Alicia was like, Liz is an Italian, stop saying that you're big Aunt, you're not Italian? And somebody said that she's half Irish and half Syrian, and I was like, if that's the case, that is weird that Liz is like putting on an Italian accent.
And you know the Irish and the Italians historically have been at odds with each other, so she is stepping on very like, yeah, you, especially with Alicia saying, you're not Italian. You are not Italian. I was just like, oh, she's not. And then to come to find out she's Irish, it's like, girl.
And that's the thing. It's like, you know, as much as like Liz is like, you were never homeless. You were never homeless. It's like, okay, well, you're not Italian. So let's talk about like why do you speak that way? Why do you act? And it's confusing with Liz because she doesn't just act like a mob wife, but she also acts like she's like a hippie in ways. Like she's like all about like Mother Earth and like the plant and like crystals and all these things. She like lives in a house that looks like a castle and drinks out of a goblet, and like her confessionals has like a knight in the background. Like it's very strange to me. So like I can't quite understand like what Liz's vibe is, but it gives like it doesn't even fully give Italian. It gives like Esmeralda from Hunchback of Notre Dame. You know what I mean?
You're hitting some points right now because every time they flash back to photos of her back in the day, her and Jerry being, who is that?
Yeah,
I don't know
who's
that face. That's a different face.
What was that? In the words of Wendy Williams. What was that? But even like her face looks totally different, but she does this smile that is so, it's very Kenzie from Love Island. Not to invoke Love Island again. It's the veins. She does this intense smile. And it's like, it's an intense smile. And it's also like, I get it. Oh, like I want to look like Dolores, whatever. But it almost feels to me like even the way she talks a little bit, she's like picked up a like Doloresisms. Like it just, I feel like I don't know who the real Liz is, but the real Liz feels like a scary bitch. Terrifying.
Yes, she is very terrifying. And I also know that Joellen's terrifying too. I mean, when they had that conversation and Joellen was in the confessional with her fake tears, I'm sorry. I'm team no one. I know you said this, like team Kelsey, team like Rosie. I'm team no one till season 3. And that's when I'll decide who I want to side with. But right now, Joellen, not to side with Liz, I think she's calculating, and I really do think that she's putting Liz in certain positions that is making her come out the real monster that she talks about.
The real monster. I will say this about my girl Joellen is that Joellen be poking the bear, but she be poking the bear with like a truth stick. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm gonna poke the bear, but I'm not poking the bear about a lie, you know? And it's like everybody already thinks that she's a bitch. Everybody already thinks that she's a monster, like Joellen. Like everybody thinks Joellen is like mean and like not nice and all these things. So she's like, okay, if you already think that I'm those things, then I'm just going to poke the bear with my little tooth sticks and be like, did I lie? Am I saying something that's not true? I will say like she was genuinely trying to be nice to her at that like Sinatra night or whatever, Sinatra Sundays. By the way, I saw in the after show like how Rich got this job or whatever. Did you see this?
Yeah, he did an impersonation on the radio, and then they were like, "Hey, you should do more of that often." And it's like, we need to stop praising men because this is what we get at the end. Look at Jesse Solomon.
Yeah.
Like they deserve the criticism, ladies. Like, stop it.
We need to stop. Exactly. We need to stop praising men. Okay. Stop encouraging men because this is what happens. I will say this, Rosie taking her show on the road. She is now a DJ.
With her moon boots.
I'm not going to lie though. If she is moon booting while DJing, that's fun. That does sound like fun.
I want her to do like some sort of like moon boots class while DJing, kind of like Zumba style. That would be fun.
That would be amazing. Would you rather see Rosie DJ or Kyle Cook DJ?
Ooh. I want to see Kyle Cook because I want to see if I do something to him. Have you seen him try to make out with the ladies now when he's
I
DJing?
saw that girl just went up to him and was like, I want to make out with you. And he was like, all right, open your mouth. And I was like, oh my God. And
he is living his life right now. And guys, he's a shitty husband. He was such a abuser of words when it came to how he talked to Amanda. Please do not come in my comments or Nora comments thinking that we are Kyle apologists. We are just happy for him to be freed. Okay? Let him have fun.
I'm just saying, it's a season for kissing, okay? Love Island, they're kissing. There's a lot of stuff going on, okay? If somebody goes up to this elfin beauty, this elf-like beauty, Kyle Cook, while he's at his job, by the way, doing his job as DJ, and is
getting
like
paid
and was like, I just want to kiss you. And he like opened, he like that was a French kiss. And I was like, whoa. And I don't know what it was. I was like, is this hot? Is that a recession indicator that I think that this is hot? What is this? Why do I feel things?
It is because, when 1979 frontman, what's his name?
Maddie Healy?
Yes. When he did it, it was so gross. But I don't know why, because it's the back history that I know of Kyle, that I'm just like, do you, Kyle? Get it.
Listen, I'd much rather see Kyle kissing a fan than Amanda spitting into Wes's mouth.
They did that on purpose because they were already home. They were already home from their Italia trip. So what was the reasoning? I really do think that they had their own friends like paparazzi in them because that's how they're making money now. Unfortunately, ads don't want them. Sponsors don't want to be branded by them. Mm-hmm. So what do? They're selling their stories of them doing weird shit like that.
Yuck. And we already know she's friends with Dumois. So no, thank you.
On the day of the Shabuzi music video, like, girl, bye.
Get out of here. Okay, back to Rhode Island. So at this Arabian Nights party where there was just the other thing is you don't want to invite a bunch of white people to your house and be like, the dress code is Arabian Nights. Like, don't do that. Why would you do that? Why would you invite that into your home? It's so strange. It's just so bizarre. It was like everybody was like, I will say, what's her name looked great? Ashley I. She looked really nice. She looked very, very pretty. I thought Kelsey
looked amazing too. Yeah.
Yeah. Even like Alicia's outfit was lovely, right? But like everybody else, like Rosie came in like a red Jasmine costume. And I was like, what is this?
It's because she loves Disney. So she definitely was like, I'm just going to do what Jasmine does in Aladdin.
She and Ashley are Disney adults, huh? That's what they are, I think. I think that's their... Okay, well... At this party,
Jonas Brothers concerts.
Yeah, at this party, Rosie and Kelsey sort of make amends, but it's more because of like the two guys being like, "Ladies, am I right? Like, what are we gonna do anyway? Let's get the ladies to cheers on it." And we're like, "Okay, Bill, we barely know you. Get out of here." Bill is such a
married to medicine husband. I can only allow that in Married to Medicine.
Yes,
I don't need it happening. I hated it in Real Housewives of New Jersey. I don't need it in RHORI. Okay.
Yeah. Get it off of my RHORI. Keep my RHORI pure. Okay. I don't need this nonsense of the men being like, ladies, am I right? Anyway, let's cheers to that, toots. Like, Bill, we don't know you. Get out of here. I still can't get over Kelsey being like, Bill looks like Hercules who has a mermaid's tail. And I was like, I have no idea who you're talking about.
I feel bad for Bill because I'm sorry, you're looking like a schmuck in this series. Like, couldn't be me.
No, could not be me. I think what happened. This is like the weird thoughts I have in the shower where I'm like, I have like an epiphany. I think what happened with Kelsey is that Kelsey came on the show and she thought her one thing was going to be, I'm in a relationship and we're going to like, it's an open relationship. I'm a sugar baby, whatever. That was going to be her in on the show. I don't think that she had any intention of bringing Billy on the show or Bill or whatever his name is. I think it's because Kelsey was like, so I heard that, Rosie is, I heard that Rosie said, I heard that Kelsey is a polygamist or whatever. I think once she brought that shit on camera, that's why Kelsey started like crying and being like, I don't want people fucking with my relationship. Why are you crying about a relationship? You've not been with this man for 2 years. What are you talking about? And I think that's why Rosie switched, mixing them up. That's why Kelsey switched to making this like, oh yeah, me and my boyfriend were talking and we broke up and now I'm moving out. Like, are you moving out? And apparently she said this guy Bill didn't sleep with anybody for a year to prove that he really wanted to be with her. But the whole time she was still fucking her ex-boyfriend. I was like, that's strange.
He's a cook.
Yeah.
Bill's a cook.
speaking of amends, Liz and Alicia made amends, sort of, but I feel like that didn't really work because Alicia's bringing the heat in those after shows. I don't think that things are really going well. Did you see Liz on Watch What Happens Live? She was wearing this like wild dress.
It says coexist in the witness, and apparently I Googled this, and it was just basically her coming in as a peacemaker. It's like a Shakespearean or Greek saying. You're on there right now, but
Let me Google this. Ugh, I don't know what this is.
It's another woo-woo of her crystals and thinking that she is namaste, which, by the way, I don't know if you're watching the Knicks right now because I know your husband's not a Knicks fan, but
No, I have been watching
for Wemby to be all like, I went to a monk, like all not. Those are the ones you need to watch out for, because the way he dunked Jalen's head, I'm looking at you, Wemby, and I will find you, and I will be doing the same thing, but maybe I'd need an umbrella to get up there, because
I will get you know what, Wemby, you better watch out, because I'm going to get a ladder one day, and one day when I get a ladder, I'm going to dunk your head, because he's so tall.
He's so tall. Not even moon boots would get me up there.
No, we would need multiple people in moon boot. It's stacks of moon boots. We would need to do like two kids on top of each other, stacked on top of each other in a trench coat to try to attack him. Yeah, it's always the people that are like, I'm so zen, I'm so this and that. And then suddenly they're like absolute demons. You're like, why did you behave that way? That's how Liz is. Liz is like, you know who else did the fucking crystals? Again, Spencer Pratt. We'll talk about it on Best Week Ever podcast this week. But like, it's all the people that are like, I need to charge my crystals, that are absolutely the worst people you have ever met. It's the Stassi Schroeders. It's the Kristen Doties. It's the Spencer Pratts. It's this lady Liz from Rhode Island. Like, it's all of these people that are like, I don't know. But they're like, oh, I need the crystals to keep me calm. If you need rocks to keep you calm, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Find something else.
I cannot wait. I'm really scared for Alicia because she called Liz abusive.
She did. And that scares me for her.
It scares me for Alicia because Alicia's going to fold and mold and just say sorry and flip-flop her way out of that question when she's going to look Liz in the eye about that abusive comment.
Yeah, I feel for her. Rosie tells Rula, obviously, because production was like, you need to do this. Rosie tells Rula about the videotape from the girls' trip. Would you have done this?
I wish the ladies did this at a sit down instead of her party.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the only problem I have. Them two together, I think they were the perfect two to actually tell her.
Yeah, I think so too. But I think her being like, why didn't you tell me, Alicia? Alicia's like, I didn't want to tell you.
She was like, I'm sorry. I know.
You got a crack at? I'm so sorry.
Flip-flop my way out of this.
I love her. I love her so much. And people are really mad because they think she's a Trumper. And I'm like, I promise you, she doesn't have a dime to her name. It's not.
She doesn't really give me I vote vibes, like I voted vibes. I see her being like, nah, I didn't go. I didn't have time. I couldn't drive there. I had to go over a bridge and it freaked me out. I couldn't go. I had to, my dollies needed to be organized. 100%. She's never registered. I don't think she's registered to vote. Apparently, Joellen and her husband are hella MAGA. People are like, they're mad MAGA, which is shocking because like when they were going through her like old stuff at her grandparents' house, there's like a picture of her with like Bill Clinton. So I was like, oh, like maybe she like was one of those like 90s, early 2000s Democrats or something like that. I don't know. And then it was like, whoa. The internet is saying like people from Rhode Island are like, no, she and her husband has a mortgage business. Like they're bank people. They're MAGA.
Yeah, they're MAGA. Yeah. I did not appreciate Brian calling Joellen Hoellen. Sir, you have a lot of nerve.
I did not get that. I heard the gas station sushi and I was like, why is sushi getting a stray at the gas station?
Yeah. Have you ever been to Wawa? Okay. How dare you? They don't
I
know.
love me Wawa. You just reminded me Wawa, and I'm so excited this summer to eat Wawa.
Well, as you know, as North Jersey girls, we are Quick Check. We are a Quick Check family, but we do love a Wawa.
Yes.
I know.
And Sheets.
Sheets is Pennsylvania. Get out of here. You can go away from me with
Sheets, though.
Sheets with a Z at the end of it. My brother made me stop at Sheets once because he was like, because as you know, I don't like to admit it, but my husband does have a Tesla. Got it without my permission. Whatever. It's the worst part of my marriage. Anyway, he was like, you can charge your Tesla at a Sheets, and then you can get food at Sheets. And you know what they had at Sheets? They had these like fried cheese curds. Guys, they're so good. Fried cheese curds at Sheets are so good. So Brian, fuck you with your shitting on gas station sushi, okay? I trust gas station sushi more than I trust you with my toes, with my long toes.
Yeah. No, in the words of Taria and what else is going on, that is his wife. That mistress, okay?
Yeah,
don't talk bad about his wife, because 10% minority of the business, no, you can't tell me that's not your second wife.
That is 100% his wife. Next episode, apparently, we're going to find out that Brian, and I think they like picked up cameras because this show filmed last summer. And then the whole thing happened over winter break. And then apparently, like, you know, she got Brian arrested for tracking her. And then they picked up cameras when this whole thing happened. So I feel like there's going to be more stuff that comes out of it. But if you go on confessionals, or if you look at the after show, or you go on Instagram, RHOA is steadfast in her love for that man, Brian. And it's confusing.
I hate to see it because she does have a little bit of common sense when she's talking to the women about like their financials and how to move.
Yes.
And it's like, you have the sources. You have the mentality there. Like, why? I don't know.
Yeah. Why did you do this to yourself? Because you have the pieces of information in your mind to choose better, you know? Like, I would love it if Rula's sisters and Alicia's aunts sat together and said, ladies, let's get information. Let's talk about these men and how to do better for ourselves. Because I feel like those ladies together would be like, Rula, you need to stop being with this man. I want to know from her sisters. Her sisters on camera were like, if he ever fucks with you again, we will kill him. And so I want to hear from the sisters. What did they say? What do they have to say?
I mean, the TikToks of the sisters loving Brian. I don't know if you've seen Rula, but she's been posting up a storm. I don't know. It's giving payola at this time for them to do things like that. But yeah, I don't believe the sisters.
Oh, God. All right. Well, lots to discuss at the reunion. Any other thoughts about Housewives as we wrap up our chat today?
No, it's feeding me Sundays. I don't know what I'm going to do when Rhode Island leaves me. I know we're going to have Atlanta, but I don't even know what's next after Atlanta and RHORI.
Yeah. What do we get from like a Housewives perspective?
I think we're going to have that dry spell. It's that in the summertime, we have that dry spell, and I'm brace yourself.
Yeah. Where they just play like A Star is Born on Sunday nights on Bravo. Remember back in the day when you were like, oh, I wonder what's on Bravo right now. It's like a Friday night, and it's like Friday, the movie. And then it's like the next Friday. And then all you would watch the entire weekend was just Friday, the movie. That's all they would play. And then they would give you at 2 a.m. Below Deck reruns. And you're like, what is this programming? Who is it for? Did somebody forget? How did this happen?
If you're lucky, you get an actors on actors studio moment too. Bring those back.
Yeah, exactly. I sound like what's his name's impression of, my brain is so fried right now.
Will Ferrell?
No, not Will Ferrell. I sound like Tucker Carlson, the Tucker Carlson impression that from SNL. Like, what are we doing? What's going on? That's how I feel about like what's happening with Bravo. I can't wait to talk to you about my winners for this week, but also we have so much to discuss because tonight we have Summer House, finally, the reunion. And then we have Love Island, and then we also have The City. And apparently on Watch What Happens Live, there's actually a Watch What Happens Live tonight after this Summer House reunion. So lots to unpack, lots to discuss, you know.
I love it though for us.
I love it for us because we're going to be in a drought. And you know, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because we do have Love Island every single night for the next 6 weeks. And then as soon as that's over, and UK, and then we also, do you watch Big Brother?
No, but I feel like I need to like join in this year because of Donnie.
Yes.
And I know he got you into it. So I'm like,
Yes.
I should. And also finding out about secrets, lies, and Texas wives. That really put like an energy packet on me where I'm like, I need to watch Big Brother so I can call these people out.
Yes. Big Brother is so good. It's so good. And I'm just really excited because I'm like, okay, I've already told myself I'm not going to watch OC. I did not watch Beverly Hills this year. I guess I'll obviously watch Salt Lake City when it's back, but like, I am fully okay with not watching every single housewife anymore. It's totally fine with me because I will feed myself with other reality TV like Big Brother and Love Island because Big Brother is amazing. Big Brother goes until like September. So it's fine. Between those two television shows, we're set. Okay. We don't need to watch Below Deck reruns or whatever it is that's out there.
We're good. We got the In the City. We got
In the City is so good. In the City is so good. Do you like Kenny?
No. And Whitney is pissing me off. Like, go back to this is Bravo, girl. Go back to Bachelor with your tears. Like,
yes, no. Stop crying. Knock it off. She's Kenny. Yeah,
she's Amanda in a different font. I'm telling you right now, Whitney.
Wow. Well, I think Kenny is East Coast Jessie Lally, so that makes sense.
Oh my God, they would totally be BFFs, those two.
Because they're both like instigators who like rile women up. And then when women defend themselves, they're like, why are you getting so mad? Like, what's wrong? Were you sniffing glue? And you're like, you were just nasty to me. Do you expect me to just stay calm when a man speaks to me this way? Like, I hate him.
Truly. That's why I was so team Lindsay. I guess I'm a minion because she really was just giving him flack back. And the minute was like, ooh. It's like, no, I'm sorry. I can't. With the comments of like, take it back. If my husband said that to me, girl,
get me overalls and some googly glasses. I am a minion. Okay, I don't care. Guys, that's the end of this chat. Van, what you got going on? Obviously, the Best Week Ever podcast, one of my faves.
Well, I got some mini episodes added to every other week, which I'm super excited about because we are not only talking about who's having the best and worst week ever, we are also going back in time in the 2000s, and we will bring up some pop culture moments of what happened that really made us go like, oh my God, that was my best week ever.
Yeah.
So tune in for that, and also tune in because I have you on this week for who's having best and worst. And yeah, I am on Fridays. Try to pull them in Fridays, and I'm also on YouTube, which I'm having so much fun. I know you are trying to get on there, and
I'm trying to get on the YouTubes, guys. We are trying to monetize, guys.
We really are.
We're trying to monetize. Okay, if just every day 5 of you go and subscribe to the YouTube, I need to start putting it in like my show notes. I'm just like bad at those things. Does somebody want to be my producer? I don't know.
It's because we're moms, so we're just like, like, you know what I mean?
I'm like, all right, let me just do this. And I always get so distracted because my brain is so fried by the time I'm like recording. But I adore you. I can't wait to hang out with you when you visit this summer.
Can't wait.
We can't go to Rails, but we might go. Well, we could go
to the
Rails.
Garrett. I told Tom that we can meet at the Garrett.
Let's go to the Garrett. Do you know that I can't tell if it's the Garrett that I've been to, but when my older son was like, he's 12 now, when he was like 7 or 8 months old, I remember one of my friends was like, oh, I'm like in the city, come and meet up with me. And I was like, well, I have the baby, because he was like fully breastfed. And she was like, bring the baby, who cares? And I remember her like getting to a restaurant and being like, what is this? And I don't know if it was the Garrett, but it was in the basement of a restaurant, of like a different restaurant. And I remember going in and I was holding the baby, and I overheard somebody at the bar being like, "Who brings a baby to the bar?" And I was like, "I don't know where I am. I was just told to come here." And Aiden was like the sweetest baby. He was like so chill. Like it was fine. I was like, "You can cuss and fuss around my baby. He's a very nice baby." But I remember my husband being like, "I'm so uncomfortable. Why are we at a bar with a baby?" But it was one of those situations. And now I wonder to myself, like, was that the Garrett? I don't know. It was in the area, so it could have been. But yeah,
there's so many spots like that in New York
Yeah.
City. I remember my favorite, it was like a Asian fusion jerk chicken restaurant that you would have to go through like a 7-Eleven, and then it takes you up 2 stories, and then there's a bar right there. I know I miss New York City so much because of just those hidden little places.
The best. The best. Well, I can't wait for you to come on. I can't wait for you, or you can't wait for you to come here, and we can hang out. We can go to the Garrett. We can go to Rails. We could get angry chicken parm at that place where Dolores and Frank Catania ate an angry chicken parm. We can do it all. I can't wait. Guys, go follow Van everywhere at Best Week Ever Podcast, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. And also follow her on YouTube, and follow me on YouTube, and leave us 5 stars and rate and review us, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.